Yes, 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 indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We back. We back, man. We back. We back, man. We back. What's going on with your family? What's going on with your campaign out there, nephews? Let me know what's going on with your tap in, with the tap in, man. Hit the like button. Funkle IZM. We gonna go on and get into this here, right here, man. You understand me? You got Big U out here, man. Big U, the Debo of the hood. But the Debo is necessary, man. Y'all want to claim all of these type of things. Y'all want to claim different gangs in Atlanta, in New York, Minnesota, and these different places. You know, we from the Bay, man. We players, man. You know, we don't really mess with all that, man. Black Panthers, Black Muslims. You know what I'm saying? We don't really. It didn't really work out. But the rest of you soccer dockers, y'all let Big U and the Rolling 60s and all of them come in there to your town and tell you you a rolling 60. Virgil B, what's going on with your player? Virgil B, did them dudes come over there and in your town, Ohio, man, you over there with Jay Jermaine, man, Ohio players, man, stand up. Did y'all let the Crips and the Bloods on Paru, on 60s, on dead homies? Virgil B, did you let the people infiltrate you? You know, I know you got all them big words, Virgil. I'm gonna open up the panel, man. You're going to have to pull up in here one time for their mind. Virgil, man, did they let the Crips and the Bloods come through there and infiltrate your hood? Why y'all ain't claiming Ohio? How y'all claiming Crip and Blood in Minnesota? Them Florida boys, they didn't play that. They came through down south. We was in the Bay. We like, nah, man, we ain't. We players, man. We mess with batches and we get money, man. That's what we do. You understand me? We don't do all that soccer docking. We don't Crip and Blood, man. What's that, man? Is some money involved? Oh, I'm supposed to fight over a street I've never been to. The Baptist speak. Nah, bruh. Y'all gonna have to keep on moving down the road to Sacramento. we cool on all that, bruh. We cool on all that, man. But I'm telling you, man, the Black Panthers, the Black Muslims, they used to have a Black Muslim bakery. They had the Black Muslim school, Sister Claire Muhammad. You know what I mean? Brother Farrakhan, man. You know, they don't want him on the internet, man, but y'all better go check him out, man, before it be too late. And you know, the next generation will say, we don't got no black people that do nothing for us. Well, they're hiding it in a book from the black man, the Asiatic black man. Uh-oh. The gangs got their present. Yeah, man. But if they claiming Crip or Blood, Virgil B, and they from Ohio, you know, they call that a fake gangster. But if you call them a fake gangster, they might whack you. So, I understand. I understand, Virgil B. They claim what they want to claim. But they used to have a song, we're all in the same gang. Virgil, you ever heard of that, man? They had that song, we're all in the same gang. See, real recognize real, man. Virgil B, man. A player can understand it, man. What is game? Game, recognize game. Virgil B, y'all go subscribe to his podcast, man. Real talk. You understand me? But let's get into it, man, right here, man. We got a lawyer. He says, Big U has snitched on himself. Are you kidding me? Go ahead, bro.
Was doing was illegal. You know, I mean, and it's total self-snitching. And every one of these videos, every one of these Instagram posts, every one of these, you know, you got to check in or it's going to get hot, you know. All that is going to bite him in the ass.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers.
We got Bruce Rivers, man. He say, Big U, y'all call him Big Useless. Y'all call him Big a bunch of things. But he had a bunch of people following him. I believe he's necessary. Because you want to claim something, and you got to pay to claim that. You want to be psi alpha, alpha, you got to go through indoctrination. You want to claim rolling 60s, you want to say on hood, on dead homies, then break bread, soccer dawker. But I never wanted to be a gangbang. I didn't see no winning in that. I would be like the players, man. The players got money. I'm just saying, if you're a street guy, if you're in a street guy, this is not for you. Let's continue.
Because I thought bugs were all over him. And I was just trying to be kind to him. And he was 6 feet tall, 127 pounds when he died. I don't mean to keep bringing it up, but he's the reason I'm even here doing this. And so, anyway, and then also we have some news. Grandma's still in the basement, and she's going to probably resurface around April 1st. So keep an eye out for Grandma, who's in the basement doing her thing. So we're talking about the rolling 60s. You know, like here they had the rolling 30s. You know, that was an association of fellas who were in and it's the streets. You know, it's the number of the streets, the rolling 60s. And Big U, it's in South Central Los Angeles, and it kind of started in 85 or thereabouts. And Big U is one of the figures in the industry who came directly from the street, according to boss Valtown. But he is from the Arlington and Slauson, which is known as the 60s territory. The Arlington gang was led by Big U's cousin.
Slauson, man. They used to have a Slauson swap meet, man. Back in the days, Uncle Ism used to partake in the Slauson swap meet, man, right there. Crenshaw and Slauson, man. They used to have the little lowriders out on Sunday. They say, I'm not affiliated, man. But I used to be moving and shaking around that La Leezy. I used to be moving and shaking around that La Leezy, man. Crenshaw and Slauson, man. They had the Yardbird. They had that Louisiana Yardbird right there, man. I used to go right there. I used to get the CDs from the bootleg joint. Then they had the whatever that restaurant behind there. They had the soul food. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Right, Crenshaw and Slauson, and they had the little mall right there, man. I used to take the game and then go shopping and whatnot, man. But let's continue with Bruce Rivers. Go on ahead, player.
Cousin Chili Capone. And as time went on, Arlington guys would call themselves Rolling 60s as they were from the same area. Now, here's the thing. The Big U and Chili did not start the gang, but they were like second generation. These are not people to mess with, you know, and they all have, you know, a teardrop, not necessarily a teardrop, but they have earned one anyway. You know what that means. And Big U, who's like their main guy, claims not to have any directly said he didn't directly join the 60s, but that the affiliation was a natural one, as he was an AG member, Arlington gang member, and he built his reputation on being an excellent fighter, learning martial arts, growing up, and possessing natural leadership skills. And when Chili Capone died, you know, they all die young, right? He became the next leader of the AGs, or Arlington gang. And as the years went on, that just kind of morphed into the Rolling 60s. So they've indicted about 20 guys. You know, I'm doing one right now where they've indicted well over 45 guys, and they're continuing to invite people. They're pulling people.
Now, I know a lot of people say, man, why you want to be in the gang? Why you? Hey, a lot of people didn't have their fathers in their lives. Their mothers were, you know, on them drugs, crackheads, crack babies. We got a lot of crack going on. I might have to crack one of you soccer darkers if you don't hit the like button. Let me get Bruce Rivers together. Go ahead, Bruce. Bruce is giving up the game from a lawyer's perspective. He got the old school Rollo right there. Stop self-snitching. That's what's wrong with you. I thought y'all was gangsters, man. Oh, gangsters move in silence like lasagna, man. What's going on out here? We got all the gangsters podcasts. This is some trash.
Prison, who are serving 30-year sentence on a homicide to indict him on a murder case. So they never get out. I'm telling you, this is not, if you're sitting there thinking, hey, it's a cool idea to be in a gang, or if you're thinking I have to do this, think again, because this is happening all over the country. It happened in Atlanta, and we know what happened there. The prosecutor fucked that case up royally, and Young Thug had just amazing lawyers, and they didn't give up, which is just amazing. As the crack epidemic came in, the focus shifted to getting money, which brought more enemies meant more firearms, and the gangs now had unlimited access. Big U would also rob dealers, and after attempting to rob an undercover officer who posed as a dealer, he was sent to prison for 23 years, serving only 12 before.
Big U, you tried to rob an undercover officer that was posing as a dealer. Big U, man. What's wrong with you, player? Look at your campaign right now. Boy, you looking crazy as hell. Big U look like he just want to fight something, go crazy. A lot of people only had that warrior spirit, so they got to try to bully you. That's why they say the pen is mightier than the sword. That means your mind and your words have weapons. You say the right thing, but no, I want to hear all that educated stuff. Pow! Just want to hit you upside the head. So that's what you have to use, brute strength. When they can't whoop you with the mental game, they want to use their physical brute strength. But let's continue. That's why a lawyer is so cold. Bruce Rivers, speak on it, man.
Or going to prison. Big U managed to corrupt in 1990, who would go on to sign with Death Row Records after Big U went to prison. All these guys go to prison. You're in a gang, guess what? You're going to prison or you're going to die. One of the two. And it doesn't matter how long and usually it's either for large drug crimes. And now it's Rico, which they can take any little thing and say it was in furtherance of the conspiracy. So what's a conspiracy? You remember what we said. It's an agreement between two or more people and an act to do a criminal act and then an act in furtherance of that conspiracy. They have a motto in the Rolling 60s. And the motto is, you not 60s until you smoke one. You know what that means, to smoke on your ops? We talked about that. Imagine wanting to be part of an organization that has a motto basically saying,
you hear this boy, smoke on your ops? It's crazy how these snow people think of us in black culture.
You ain't a real one unless you backdoor and kill your brother. Example, what happened to Nipsey Hussle and, Sandman Niggas. The amount of fame and clout Nipsey brought to them only for a tweaked out J-Cat from his hood to kill him. Oh, that's from the Boy Mess, whoever that is. And some of the stuff is just put together by our...
Bruce Rivers, I'll let you get away with that niggas. You sound like Myron Gaines. A black man that don't like being black. Bruce Rivers, watch it. Blood in, blood out. La Cosa Nostra. You sure you want to be in the gang, nephew? Or if you're in the gang, it's time to turn your life around, man. Go on and get you a little chassis and move somewhere, man. A little doodooms, a little snookums. And go on and sit down somewhere, man, and get you a CDL, man, truck driving license or something, a barber license, man. Go ahead and get your HVAC. You understand me? And change your life, nephew. This ain't it. They got cameras everywhere. Bruce Rivers, go ahead, man.
Team here, and we're really trying to highlight, and what I'm trying to do is highlight the dangers of being in a gang and the dangers of not building a good life. It might seem like a good idea at the time because you might be intimidated, you might have this, you might have that, and you might not have a choice. You might think you don't have a choice. Find a mentor. If you're 10 years old, you got to have somebody that's a strong. If you're a 10-year-old,
Uncle IZM, I'm gonna be your mentor.
Black kid in the hood, in the inner city. If you're, whether it's Chicago, LA, Minneapolis, or New York, Detroit, Houston, Dallas, Jacksonville, Florida. I mean, there's over 50 unsolved homicides in the last 5 years.
Welcome to the Sir IZM Show.
But if you're a 10, 12, 13-year-old kid, find somebody close to you, that's not in the shit. That's not, somebody that's solid. Because there are men out there, just solid men. And gravitate towards them every day. Every day build with that. Listen to your mother. Listen to your auntie. Listen to your sisters. Because they're not in that shit.
No. Bruce Rivers. Check it out, homie. Nah, man. Sometimes you can't listen to your mama. I understand, but sometimes moms give bad advice. Especially auntie. Your auntie. They be around here talking crazy, Bruce Rivers. You ain't seen Tia Kemp? Auntie. She'll give you some bad advice, man. So we can't listen to everybody, man. We got to cut the meat, spit out the bones, man. We sometimes they don't know what they're talking about. To a certain extent, they can train a young man, he's 10, 11, 12. Then he come into his own, man. He needs some manly advice. So wherever you at in the country, in the nation, let Uncle IZM be your spiritual advisor, man. Let one of your maybe one of your counselors at school I would say a reverend, but they got Marvin Sapp asking for 40 grand. We ain't gonna talk about that sucker ducker. Maybe it's somebody, maybe on YouTube, but it's a lot of YouTube fakers and jakers. I can't really say. I think somebody more in your community. Look for a man that's relatively successful and ask him, hey man, how did you do that? Maybe he own a lawn service. Maybe he own some houses. Maybe he's a construction, maybe he own a trucking business. Maybe he own a tow service. Maybe he could be in the cybersecurity. Whatever he doing, if you take a liking to him, man, hey, how you do that? A football coach, basketball, somebody that's relatively successful that you could see yourself in them. Because a lot of these dudes on YouTube, man, they just be talking, man. They don't be about it in real life. Let's continue.
And if they are, make other plans. I hate to sound like an old fucking white dude who doesn't know what he's talking about, but I see this every day. I see the aftermath of this shit because I'm a criminal defense lawyer. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not just some, Mr. Rogers dude putting on his fucking sneakers and his cardigan, sitting by my fake train and, trying to talk about shit I don't know anything about. So let's watch the press conference. And this is what I want you guys to take note of. They're mining social media to get you indicted.
Proven otherwise. Let me talk a little bit about Mr. Henley and the street gang here. As I said, Mr. Henley is a widely known leader within the Rolling 60s. He rose to prominence in that gang decades ago, and he has since been a fixture on the internet, talk shows, and podcasts, all things that law enforcement have looked at closely as part of
internet talk shows and podcasts. Are you serious? They be watching the Sir Ism Show.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
We appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that y'all watch me, man. Y'all need to.
The madness speak.
I'm trying to help you players. Go on here, Bruce Ripples.
part of this investigation.
Oh, gee, what did I tell you? He's on podcasts. He's, I like the fame. What did the mob fucking hate more than anything else? Notoriety, attention. They wanted everything quiet. Why do you think John Gotti, wound up where he was? Remember, he was the Dapper Don. It's no different than these guys. And why is that? They wanted it quiet because they didn't want to fucking make noise because the empty barrel is the loudest one.
He has maintained the image.
See? Real gangsters moving silence. These new wave gangsters, man, stop looking up the big U, Brick Brady, what Charleston White call him, Crip Cravey. He's a Crip, but he got brick. Anyway, then Loose Lips Cannon. All of them about to be washed for clout. Sockadockas.
Of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label, and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high crime areas.
Well, don't think for 1 minute that won't be part of the defense strategy.
The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him. For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement. Henley's criminal enterprise also engaged in other crimes, including transporting prostitutes across state lines, extorting strip clubs, marijuana dispensaries, and other businesses, and fraudulently applying for COVID loans.
So this sounds just like organized crime, does it not? That's how they're being treated.
In the form of a business relief loan. On that application, Mr. Henley falsely stated that his music label, Unique Music, operated at a $200,000 profit in 2019 and was entitled to government assistance, despite the reality that the company had operated at a loss and was ineligible for such relief. Finally, Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling.
Some of those document crimes are so easy to prove for the government, but the bigger picture is that they are part of an organization, and that is how the Rico part of it plays into it. And so it's an overt act in furtherance of a conspiracy.
Donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity, Developing Options, which, as I said, purports to give South LA at-risk youth alternatives to gang violence, drugs, and other criminal activities.
So if you have a charity like Donald Trump did and other people. You can't just take that, money and use it for your own purposes, and you ever hear that?
Why every time on YouTube, they always bring everything back to Donald Trump, man? What's going on? Bruce Rivers, talk about Big U, homie.
Show that Cars for Kids, 187, whatever the fuck that is. Remember that?
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
I mean, I think that is just a total scam.
It's not a scam. You give your car up and they give you no money. You write it off on your taxes. This is the American way. Malcolm X said you must have someone's blood to suck in a capitalistic society. All of these blood suckers and sucker duckers. Which one are you going to be, nephew? It ain't going to be easy. But that's why you here in the Macclesfield with Uncle IZM. Now hit the like button. Before you have no wisdom, before you have no knowledge, no game to edify a young woman's brain. And that's why you ain't getting chose with your mouth closed. But right now we're talking about Big U and gang banging. Why is gang banging fly? Well, a lot of young players didn't grow up with a father. They had no one to turn to, so the gang was their only refuge. So let's not point our fingers at one person and have FOMO pointed back at us about Big U. But when you want to be claiming these gangs, now you got to pay some taxes, sucker. You want to go to church? You want to go to church with Marvin Sapp? You got to pay some taxes, sucker. 40 pants. So if you want to claim rolling 60s on hood, on 60s, Paru, pay up, sucker ducker. You want to get you one of these highfalutin women, pay up, sucker ducker. Everything nice comes with the price. You want to be part of the gang? Slime. There's slime. You might have to pay for it with your life. Nephew, if this ain't you, move forward. Roll with G.O.D. Be like, man, I don't roll with none of these suckers, Uncle IZM. I roll with G.O.D. Me and G.O.D. Everything got a rhyme, Uncle IZM. Damn right. They get a stain in your brain. The rhythm of life. The rhythm and the vibration. Reverberation. Rewind that. That was cold right there. That was cold. Nah, that one right there. That was icy. That was icy. The rhythm of life. Rhythm and vibration. You and your game. Rhythm and vibration. You hitting right, man. You in line with the universe, the universal God. You go outside, the sun hit the top of your head. That's how you knock a bad broad and start you a legacy. Else your legacy will be gang banging. I never seen nobody win at gang banging. Just like I never seen nobody win at being a gambler. Be a professional gambler. Not what? The casino, the house always win. The gang always win. They told Nipsey Hussle, no one is bigger than the gang. He pull up with all them gold chains and a bad R&B bitch. Big U was like, oh, no, man. I'm mad at that. Then we back to the light skin, dark skin thing. Colorism. Big U is a big sucker ducker. He got to use his brute strength. Nipsey used his style, his suaveness, his lyrical prowess. Well, you always got to rhyme. It just flows, nephew. I don't even try to do it.
Could be wrong. And that's just my opinion. I don't have anything to back it up, but it sounds like bullshit. I mean, they have, what do they have? They have got ads nationally. And you hear that ad all the time. Who believes that's just for kids? Nobody does. Stealing from their own charity to do whatever. And then, doing other things that are supposedly for and all of a sudden you're looking at your credibility when you get on the stand. It doesn't fly.
Henley used this charity as a front. He used it to conceal.
Wait a minute, white boys. A lot of you people use stuff, charities and fronts, campaign contributions. Whew, look at Uncle Wisdom with the big words. Campaign. Ism, that ain't even a big word. I said it was. Hey, man, they're going to crucify you. So if you're in the street life, man, my pops used to always say, man, how you a lawyer and a good bail bondsman. But that's old game, man. Y'all got the new game, man. We didn't have to worry about the cameras and the different things they got. And y'all talking too much on podcasts. Real gangsters move in silence. Lasagna.
Conceal his fraudulent activities, his criminal enterprises activities from and evade detection from law enforcement. If convicted on the racketeering conspiracy, he and his co-conspirators face approximately a 20-year federal prison sentence. I want to thank our federal law enforcement partners, our state law enforcement partners who brought about the result here today. The Los Angeles Metropolitan Gang Task Force from the FBI is comprised of...
You see how fast this fool moving? He talking fast. And if he could move that fast with his biatch, she wouldn't be looking for a black man.
FBI agents, LAPD officers, IRS criminal investigation, the U.S. Department of Justice Inspector General's office, Los Angeles Police Department, the North Las Vegas Police Department. This case is a great example of state and federal law enforcement working together to address harm from a criminal enterprise. I also want to thank our...
You hear all the organizations involved in this case? You get a lawyer involved. First of all, I guarantee you these guys don't have a lot of money. I mean, some might have a little bit of money, but certainly not anywhere near the resources that the federal government has. That's for damn sure. And not only that, you don't have the resources that all these different agencies have specializations within their own departments, like the IRS, like the Postal Service, like the Gang Strike Force, like the U.S. Attorney's Office and the District Attorney's Office. So if you look at Operation Drawdown, you've got 19 there. We're going to black out their names because I just don't think it's fair to plaster that shit all over the place.
But you plaster in their face all over the place. And no one is a snowman. You got to know society is against you, nephew. So I know if you do got to join the gang, I know if you do got to hustle, you hustle to survive. You don't hustle because it's live and do it for clout. You always get caught up. You slide in the game and you slide out, nephew. The few that survived, one of the best that ever did it and got away with it. Or you perish like a solitary rat.
When you haven't been convicted of anything yet. But look at the people up there. You got the IRS, you got the LAPD, you got the U.S. Attorney's Office, you've got Department of Justice. You know, you've got all these different logos. Now, I'm going to read you from the indictment. In February 2021, FBI, Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gangs, launched an investigation into Henley's criminal enterprise, the Big U Enterprise, and its association with the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips street gang, the Rolling 60s, which the Los Angeles Metro Task Force Against Gangs, Violent Gangs, began investigating in August of 2020. The Big U Enterprise is a mafia-like organization that utilizes Henley's stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60s and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals in Los Angeles. The Big U Enterprise is led by Henley. You just heard about Henley. Henley is a self-admitted member and original gangster, or OG, of the Rolling 60s, a violent criminal street gang with associated sets in several other states. Henley is widely regarded as a leader within the Rolling 60s. Now, Eugene Henley, known as Big U, aka Unc, aka Draws, aka Hannibal, aka Hannibal Muhammad.
Wait a minute. I'm Unc. I don't want to hear about all his names. He ain't no real Unc. I'm a real Unc. I'm going to tell you the truth. All his name is Soccer names. Eugene Henley, all your names is Soccer name. You ain't no Unc. You popping and whacking nephews. You's a Soccer. I'm a real Unc. Soccer. We're going to add him to the list. AKA Uncle Ism with the wisdom. Now let's continue, Bruce Rivers. Don't be giving Eugene too much credit.
AKA Anybody Killer, AKA Dave Austin, AKA anyway, so many aliases, right? When they start reading that shit in open court, it doesn't look good for you. AKA Bear Claw. for a violation of 18 U.S. Code Section 1962D, racketeering, influence, and corrupt organizations conspiracies. And what they're doing now is they're treating them like organized crime. It makes it easier to prove and to get them off the street. And I guarantee you some of these guys are probably already in prison. How do they build a case like this? Well, how do you think? Two ways: snitching and self-snitching. So the sources to build the case include confidential human sources, surreptitious recordings, in other words, wiretapping, including Title III wiretap search.
My brother Booker, my brother T Book. Crime's gonna go on forever, brother. One of the greatest P's of all time. Filmo Slim. He said the box will be selling when cotton and corn won't. Okay? So it's always going to be crimes. Always going to be somebody doing something around here, brother T Book. But you got to get in where you fit in. And hopefully you can, you know what I mean, take you a righteous path in life. And even then, you're going to do a little something on your taxes. You're going to try to slide in on a little bit of something here or there. Come on, nephew. Stop pointing your finger at everybody like you just straight by the book, man. You're a black man. You know you had to do a little twisting and popping. You got to twist and pop. Yeah, I made $200,000 last year, man. I'm gonna write down I made 137. Come on, nephew. Knock it off. Come on.
The madness speak.
We black men, we need, they owe us reparations.
Warrants for social media, iCloud and Google accounts, financial records from both individuals and companies and organizations, toll records showing communications between conspirators, victims, and big U Enterprise members and associates, cell site location information from numerous phones, including Henley's, these guys, City of Los Angeles records, public filings, and other publicly available information, and interviews of witnesses and victims. The investigation employed various additional investigative techniques, including surveillance, vehicle tracking, poll cameras, recording devices, interaction with confidential sources, and information gleaned.
So if you're in the streets, listen to all this, man. They got poll tracking. They putting devices on your car, air tags. Come on, nephew. You don't stand a chance.
Through undercover purchases of firearms and narcotics. So they're going to have video and audio of transactions. You know, oh, here's some guns. Guess what happens with a gun? With a 5-year mandatory minimum on top of whatever the underlying conviction is. It's called 924C. And the issue with this is this is going to be a document intensive case and a discovery intensive case. It's not going to just be talking, it's not going to just be witnesses, but they're going to have plenty of those too. So just when you think your brother next to you is your friend, all of a sudden he shows up on the witness stand because he's fucked if he doesn't. So the United States District for the Central District of California authorized multiple Title III wire and electronic interception orders for telephones being used by certain subjects of the investigation, including Henley and some of these other guys. The court also authorized interception of audio and visual nonverbal conduct via closed circuit TV through installation of video and audio bugs in a location. So what does that tell you? I mean, remember what got John Gotti? There was a surreptitious recordings that they had the social club. Well, they went up above.
I just couldn't let him get away with that. Surreptitious. Let me write that down. Surreptitious. Go ahead, Bruce.
The social club that they had, and they were hanging out in this woman's apartment, and they put the recording devices in that apartment, and John Gotti is heard on the recording wanting to order a hit on somebody. So let me tell you something about the federal government. The federal government is patient, motivated, and competent. We're talking about, probably a 5-year investigation.
Man, this is some of the best game I've heard in so long. This man said they will wait 5 years. Bruce Rivers, a lawyer, man. He been in the game a long time. Just his seasoning, man. Surreptitious. Super seat. Hey, man. He's got his old school Dirty Harry right there. That revolver. This is some great knowledge inventory, whether you in the streets or not. Hey, man, you got to be careful out here and know what you're doing, nephew. You really got to know what you're doing. Go ahead, Bruce Rivers.
No Jumper, which we were on No Jumper. I was
No Jumper.
Michael
Here
and I
we
were
go.
on No Jumper a while back. They released a statement. In addition to DJ Vlad, also expressed shock at the allegations against Big U, which he denied.
Wait a minute, DJ Vlad and Adam 22? Culture vultures, nigger needers.
In fact, Vlad claimed that Henley alleged that he was never part of the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips gang at the center of the Rico case. He also suggested that snitches and the spread of incriminating evidence on social media is what possibly led to this. Not any specific media coverage. And here's the thing, the media doesn't cover this shit at all. I don't ever hear anything about this. All these statements line up with Adam 22's response to similar accusations, claiming that No Jumper had nothing to do with the case. The outlet's name reportedly appeared various times in the indictment due to Brick Baby's previous work with them. So this is Adam 22. I'm not seeing anything that says anything. I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff he did in the last 2 years since he's been fucking with us. Adam 22 said of Brick Baby. I do employ people from the streets. People from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal RICO indictments or whatever the fuck this shit is. We're going to be documenting the whole thing, helping them along the way. Anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper. No Jumper is the antidote. So there you go with that. So what is the responsibility of media outlets when it comes to figures like Big U manufacturing an air of intimidation in the Rolling 60s? If these media outlets employ people from the gangs that are at risk, well, what is the responsibility? One of the things, if somebody comes on your program and they release information, or if they have their own podcast, anything they say is fair game. It's statements of a party opponent, so it comes into evidence. And here's why it's important when you see the pervasive nature of what these guys are doing. They ran a thing called a check-in, and this is in the indictment. Henley and the Big U Enterprise are widely known for requiring what's called a check-in for out-of-town entertainers or gang members in Los Angeles. So if you have a big enough organization, the Rolling 60s was decent size, and you are intimidating people like anybody that's coming into town, as Henley described in the docuseries, if I don't answer the phone, it can be death for someone else. Everywhere there's
You got to check in. You want to claim Rolling 60. You want to claim the hood on hood, neighborhood on slime, homie. Check it in, man. That's how it go. Check it in before you get caught up in the sauce. Y'all talking all this tough guy stuff on your records? Yeah. You want to come in here with your recorders? You want to make movies? Check it in. What's the problem?
Someone like me, you can't put a monetary value on his touch in hip hop. After more than 3 decades as Rolling 60s members and several years managing famous hip hop artists, Henley was widely regarded as an original gangster or OG. In the docuseries, record producer Andre Young, aka Dr. Dre, explained that it's very helpful to.
He was the dark-skinned Suge Knight. It didn't work out. Suge Knight had a little more musical prowess. Suge Knight went to college, almost could have been a pro athlete. He might have been a little smarter than they say Big U, Big Useless as they call him, or whatever y'all want to call him now, but you didn't say it to his face because he would have got you whapped and tapped and whacked. So he's the dark-skinned Suge Knight. It didn't really work out for him. He had Nipsey, and then he whacking his artists. He whacked Nipsey and he whacked the other dude that was working for him. Big U, you might be Big Useless. Because at least Suge Knight kept his artists, and he's still getting money, probably in jail right now. Big U, it didn't work out. You was the dark-skinned bully. Suge Knight was the light-skinned bully, but they both ended up behind them bars. Cold game.
To have an OG who can clear the streets with this operating environment. Henley instituted the concept of the check-in when hip-hop artists and other celebrities visit Los Angeles. So here's how it works. The individual must check in or meet with the local street representative of said city to pay a tax or a fee for permission to both to move about freely and to have an event or conduct business in that other city without the risk of harassment. Or, doesn't it sound just like the fucking mafia? It sounds just like it. If it's happened, keep in mind they deserve the presumption of innocence. Now, all we're doing is just reporting on what the indictment says. We're not putting a comment on the guilt or innocence of any particular person. So let's continue. While Henley and other supporters attempt to persuade the public that the check-in provides safety and security for those who do so, as set forth herein, Henley and Big U Enterprise also manufacture the very danger they purport to protect. In other words, you don't pay the tax, you're going to pay the price. So let's just continue a little bit more. And I know I'm kind of reading a lot here, but it's kind of important so you get a flavor of what they're talking about. Henley also provided examples of individuals who do not check in with him until it's too late, such as the rap artist Taquayan Terrell Bowman, aka Quando Rondo, when Henley discussed in another interview who was later targeted in a murder for hire plot where his associate was killed. When defending this practice in interviews, Henley had in interviews.
Hold on, no, Bruce Rivers. He need to check in. Quando Rondo, he want to be out here claiming, you know, he a blood and he this and that, and his partner, his nephew or his brother got shot up out there. You can't be claiming nothing, and then you don't want to stand up to it. You want to be a tough guy. Quando Rondo, I'm sorry, your partner was a little Pab. He had to get smoked. But y'all want to claim gang life, this would come along with it. Let's go.
What is that? That's self-fucking snitching. When defending this practice in interviews, Henley has stated that it is no different than when a Learjet flies over the United States airspace. They want to know who you are. You're not a fucking government organization, baby. I mean, you're just not. Henley said his practice is no different, which I believe indicates that he purports to own and control Los Angeles through the Big U Enterprise. So he said, now Henley had his own fucking podcast called The Check-In. So you're not saying, so there's no such thing as check-in? Let's talk about your podcast called The Check-In. The opening theme, when you hop off the plane, check-in. Penthouse suite, check-in. When your feet hit the street, check-in. Because if you're not, shit get hot. You better check in.
Better check it in.
And who said that? This is the beginning of his podcast.
Let's go.
When you hop off the plane, check in. Penthouse suite, check in. When your feet hit the street, check in. Because if not, shit get hot, you better check it in.
Welcome to the West Side. Checking in.
Welcome to the West Side. Checking in. The indictment describes an incident involving rappers Wiz Khalifa, T.I. Harris, and other artists who were booked to appear at Los Angeles nightclubs, right? And Henley demanded $30,000 cash from the promoter plus 30% of the proceeds at the fucking door. The rappers were no shows, but Henley demanded the money anyway. And so, I mean, this is just your typical mafia shakedown. I mean, it's they didn't invent this. The Italians did it a long time ago. Henley reportedly said that they were going to be 5,000 in his motherfucker, and that's going to be pulling up. And if we got to tear the motherfucker up, we're going to tear it up. So be ready for that. Be ready for that. Bring me the money. So when the rappers didn't show up, Henley and his associates took the promoter into the back room of the club where they were paid $30,000. $30,000 for nothing. According to a cooperating witness, aka a snitch, AB and his associates fixed the dice game and cheated NBA players out of millions of dollars using teased dice. You know, I mean, these. You know,
AB, what is it? Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner, man, he actually had a lot of skills, but he kept getting himself in the bull crap, man. Couldn't get his mind right.
You don't hear some guys. You don't hear of going out for work. You know what work is. It's women. Following that game, Henley directed a group of Big U Enterprise associates to rough up AB, who did not check in with Henley, and to get the money back from them on behalf of the NBA players. Multiple persons involved in the incident who were interviewed by the feds, including former NBA players, confirmed that Henley was paid $100,000 for negotiating return of the debt. In another 2022 incident, NBA players got into it with boxer AB after AB cheated a current NBA star out of $1.5 million and a former NBA All-Star out of $5 million.
Oof.
Henley charged the NBA players $100,000 to get their money back from AB.
Soft
Current and
dollars.
former NBA All-Stars star players were identified as Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors and retired NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, these are not little dollars we're talking about. And these aren't little figures that we're talking about.
Checking in is just a way of letting people know where you're at so you can get robbed.
That's fact. We know when you're getting off the plane, we know what hotel or Airbnb you're going to. You shouldn't do it at all. Come on the plane, get 2 hotel rooms, 1 for partying in, and then 1 to sleep in. And do not get no Airbnb. That's easy access. These young, they're starving.
Checking in.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's good advice. And I would tell anybody to do the same thing. So,
Loose
so
lips cannon.
I am the task
Loose lips cannon.
master
Thank you.
at telling everybody not to self-snitch. But and this whole check-in thing, is part of the control and organization that is a foray into other crimes.
A foray.
Movie production in the hood.
A foray into self-snitching. All these podcast culture vultures, nigga needers with the podcast waiting for you to tell and self-snitch. We got Big U. He's needed in the hood. Somebody must have control, but you know you're going down. Bruce Rivers on the other side, a lawyer. Tell you to stop getting on podcasts, telling on yourself. Brick Braby, Crip Craby, loose cannons, loose lips. Sink ships, baby.
That's how we do it, young man.
Top flight, baby. Cheers.
GB running this here movie set in the hood. Coming out here, checking in with GB, getting his movies done. You better know it.
So how are you going to say that there's no such thing as a check-in when you're doing a self-snitching video saying that they're checking in?
Sure. Anytime you want to do movies in the hood, just go check it in. We can make sure it's done. Movies, videos. But if you don't, check it in.
Oh, well. Check your ass out.
We're going to check you in, all right? We're going to do it. We're going to check it, all of your equipment. We're going to check it, all of your equipment.
And
self-snitching, soccer dog.
Jewish people call it chutzpah. You know, I mean, the chutzpah that you have, and he's laughing. Because guess what? If it ain't online, it didn't happen, right? And so, I mean, that is what we have, what we call total self-snitching. So, but I mean, that's not the only one. So Big U says to Flacco that if he wants to visit the Rolling 30s territory, he has to make a donation to the hood. Big U tells him that it's $1,500 if he wants to make that happen. Another, should we go see if we have to go there and not check in? No, I'm not fucking doing that. So we did some work on Quando Rondo in the past. And in early 2021, Big U, who is a well-known figure in the Los Angeles gang culture and a former Rolling 60s Crip, probably current, spoke about Quando Rondo reaching out to him for protection after the King Von shooting in November 2020. Quando Rondo was affiliated with NBA YoungBoy's crew, was involved in the altercation where King Von was killed by Quando Rondo associate Lil Tim. Big U mentioned in an interview that Quando Rondo had contacted him for support, but only after the situation had escalated. Why the fuck would you say that on camera? I mean,
see, self-snitching. A lot of y'all get caught for self-snitching, man. Do crimes by yourself, man. If you are going to do something, you won't tell on yourself, player.
This Big U is just, he likes his celebrity status.
The youngsters get out and then they have to have an experience before they realize I should have checked in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or I should have called, or I should have been moving.
Here's why that check-in thing is so important to their organization. It is a steady stream of cash flow. You don't check in, I don't collect the tax.
A certain way. And so they get out and they might be under your banner, but then they not respecting the banner. They ain't calling you. They got your number. Mm-hmm. They know who you is, but they feel like they bigger than the program. And you got a lot of dudes, like when I was here last time, they claim my neighborhood that's in this.
Ain't that the boy Bimmy back there? Y'all ain't up on Bimmy? Bimmy used to be a big D boy in that New York City. So nice. They had to name it twice. New York, New York. I ain't sure if he from Harlem, Brooklyn, but he got this jacket on. He got his Gazelles. He got the NYC hat on. He looking like he might be from Harlem. Harlem boys like to stay fresh to death. He working with Big U on the West Coast. Now they say Bimmy end up being an informant. Then we have Big U. They say he an informant till they done with you. This is some backdoor. What was our brother from Boston over there? He was Whitey Bulger. He had the police on one hand. He was hustling the streets on the other hand. He was an informant on one hand. He was working with his brother that was the mayor of Boston. Old man Gardito. Where you at? Boston, Mattapan, the guy, Worcester, Whitey Bulger. He was over there working with the police. His brother was the mayor. We got Bimmy over here snitching on New York. We got Big U snitching on the West Coast. He's going up to Minnesota. He's going up to New Jersey. Got y'all claiming rolling 60s, and y'all ain't never been to L.A. Got y'all claiming a set you not even from. And using y'all and abusing you and extorting you. Big you. See, I don't even try to rhyme. It just happens. Tookie Williams. Debo. Pay your taxes. It's cold out here, man. Nephew, go to school, man. Get you a business, man. Don't listen to none of this. Forget the gangs. Forget all this red pill, Andrew Tate, fresh and fit bull crap. Get you a woman, get you a business, and live your life. This is what I do this to help you, nephew. Let's continue.
It's music shit, but they don't really fuck with us until it's a problem. Then they call it. Like Wanda Rondo. I just showed Envy. Like, you can't call me now. You can't call me when the fire hot. You didn't fuck with me before that. You know what I mean? You had my number.
Tell me that just doesn't sound like control. And that is what the indictment is trying to prove. And the government is trying to prove.
You could have called me, you could have did all that. You know what I mean? But he was around about, but how's that feel to me?
I mean, here's the deal. If I was going into LA, into their territory, I suppose, I probably would check in just because you wouldn't want the hassle of and the repercussion of not checking in. And that's what they're designed to do.
Bruce Rivers said he would have checked in. Come on, man. Bruce Rivers giving up the game. Let's continue.
You know, it's like he forgot what he was doing was illegal. You know, I mean, and it's total self-snitching. And every one of these videos, every one of these Instagram posts, every one of these, you got to check in or it's going to get hot, all that shit is going to bite him in the ass.
Wait.
Loose cannon.
Bruce Rivers, who you think you is? Do you think you Young Jeezy or something? Ha ha ha. Don't, I can't let you get away with that.
Self-snitching. And every one of these videos, every one of these Instagram posts, every one of these, you got to check in or it's going to get hot, all that shit is going to bite him in the ass. Loose cannon. He was, and now this episode's been deleted evidently. He was a no jumper. He talks about the robbery of a dispensary.
IZM show.
What gets said in the podcast ends up in the indictment. Watch this.
So basically, it's like, cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like, we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to
do it,
counting everything, right? And we be like, how the fuck they get the?
What you mean do it to? Loose lips. What you same people we do it to? You do it to Paul, son. Heavy Paul, son. What do you mean you do it to? Well, you did what to? Self-snitching.
Oh, well, we're gonna just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But because it's actually putting us in
self-snitching
in paperwork, right? And
why in the hell are you saying this? I mean, if you're so smart to rob somebody and get big money, how come you're not smart enough to keep your fucking mouth shut?
Soccer docker.
And like doing like real police shit. I seen the nigga get like 20 guns, and when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like he was doing like shit like that, and I didn't catch on. So it was like, I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because
you've been asleep a long fucking time.
I'm his right hand man. You get what I'm saying? So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that,
I'm his right hand man. How do you back off of that when you're in trial?
I'm gonna get it. Do you get what I'm saying? And then
loose lips. How do you back off that when you're in trial, soccer docker?
Like one day,
you know why you want to get a dude back to 40, right?
Dude, I don't like it when you do things that hurt you. I mean, I just don't. But give me a break. Now listen to this. So this is from the indictment. Okay, we went from that video clip now to the indictment. According to victim one, when victim one arrived at Henley's Arlington premises, Robinson, Williams, and other robbers were there, as were the proceeds of the robbery. Inside, Henley told victim one, "That's how you rob yourself." Henley then demanded $10,000 from victim one to ensure other robberies did not occur. Henley also directed victim one to identify other businesses or dispensaries that could be similarly robbed, and assured victim one that the Big U enterprise would compensate him for identifying any robberies. And if you do that, you're in Dutch with them as well. Henley then provided a portion of the robbery proceeds back to, by the way, you can have some of your fucking money back. But here's why this is important. I remember we just watched that video clip Williams later admitted to this robbery and the aftermath on a podcast, on the No Jumper podcast, after stating that Williams was Henley's right-hand man. Williams explained, so basically he'll manipulate things. We'll go and do something, and then the same fellas we do it to show up at the house like 10 minutes later as we trying to count everything. We just saw that. So that wound up in the indictment.
You suckers are getting indicted for running your mouth. Loose lips cannon.
So you can't make this shit up. And you can't make it any easier for law enforcement. So central to the accusation.
Wait, Bruce Rivers. You said you can't make this shit up. Wait a minute, man. I got to play that back, man. Bruce Rivers, say it again. Say it again. Go ahead, player.
To show up at the house like 10 minutes later as we trying to count everything. We just saw that. So that wound up in the indictment. So you can't make this shit up. And you can't make it any easier for law
God. You can't make this shit up. Make this shit up.
enforcement. So central to the accusations in this indictment is the murder of a 21-year-old aspiring rapper signed to Henley's unique UNEEK label, a music label, Rayshawn Williams. According to court documents, the dispute escalated when Rayshawn recorded a diss track aimed at Henley, leading to an altercation that resulted in RW being shot, or Rayshawn Williams being shot and left dead in a ditch off of Interstate 15. So you've got, racketeering, you got extortion, you got murder, you got drugs, you got all kinds of things that are endemic. So, and this is where it talks about that in the indictment. On January 20, 2021, 5 days before the murder and 3 days before Henley and Robinson drove from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, RW recorded a diss, short for disrespect, song at NLVPD, later obtained. So they got the diss track. In it, RW, Rayshawn Williams, rapped about the person who had the money, that RW would be shot in the face for thinking it's shit funny, and referenced a .38 revolver.
And the man got shot in the face. The man eulogized his own life. Cold.
With no trace. And now this 21-year-old is fucking dead because he did this diss track. Based on my knowledge of this investigation and a conversation with others, I believe, this is the agent in the affidavit, in this diss song, RW was dissing Henley, referring to Henley as the bro that makes some money, and that the RW must get shot in the face, not with a shit pistol, but shot in the face with a .38, for thinking his lackadaisical use of the studio and general representation by unique music is funny. RW was shot days later in the face, apparently with a revolver, like a .38, that left no shell casings. That's one of the things that, if you shoot with a automatic, semi-automatic handgun, it spits out casings. If you shoot with a revolver, it keeps them in the gun, so you don't have any casings at the crime scene. Remember, so this is a multimedia myriad of evidence. So you've got Henley himself stated on an intercepted call, I'm gonna use the word fella, can't no fella beef with me, fella, because if he do, I'm gonna kill him. Period. I'm gonna murder him. That is his way of saying I'm a badass. I'm the toughest fella, and here my body of work to prove it. So this isn't a song. This is not a song. This is, and I'm the only fella still killing fellas today. You fellas retired. I didn't. They understand that. So you got him self-snitching on a phone call. So here's, it's because nobody's been watching him. That's why he hasn't gotten caught so far. But now you've got at least one or two murders. At least you've got he's defrauded charities and just takes the money and puts it right in his own account. You've got defrauding the city. You've got COVID funds. You've got and the theft part of this is really a pittance compared to the other things. If you're convicted on that, you can get up to 20 years.
Ooh, big you, man. You up against it, bruh. You are up against it, bruh. Check it out.
And I'm reposting a crime that somebody did. That is
snitching. You're saying Eric Holder is going to sit down with the DA.
He's talking about it.
And give them some information in exchange for leniency on his case. Okay, I get what you're saying.
You think he's gonna try to put it on?
Oh wait.
Shut the.
Look, listen.
We're gonna have to delete this one too.
No.
Even if I'm not a part of your crime,
Right.
and I know you did that crime, that's snitching.
Right.
Loose cannon. Look that up. Look up that no jumper. Loose cannon. Fucking clown. Straight clown.
Nipsey just got. I'm like 6 I didn't hear that, so I hang up with him. I called Nipsey.
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone. Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just Nipsey.
Wack is a dangerous man. He ain't scared of nobody. That nigga government. He got a job to do. Bottom line to it is that nigga sat back and he said out of his own mouth that he supplied guns to the Crips in the West Coast to kill each other. Fuck them niggas.
Fact. Snitches and rats are not the same thing. A snitch is someone minding other folks' business.
A statement about to come out probably like 2 days.
A statement from who?
Eric.
Police are looking for 29-year-old Eric Holder of Los Angeles, who has been linked to the fatal shooting that occurred Sunday afternoon in the area of Slauson Avenue and Crenshaw Boulevard.
So you saying Eric?
He's saying he's ready.
Eric is going to
He said
sit
everybody
down with the DA.
He said everybody turned his back, their back on him, and
he's gonna sit down with the DA and give them some information
facts
in exchange for leniency on his case.
I'm not gonna.
No, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
A rat is a traitor, a conceiver, planner, or physical participator.
You're saying Eric Holder is going to sit down with the DA.
He's talking about it
and give them some information.
Yeah.
In exchange for leniency on his case. Okay, I get what you're saying. Now I don't know if I don't know.
Yo, Wack put these niggas in jail, act like yo, they're innocent.
I put them in jail.
Wack done told us everything. He got a gun case. He got the thing in his house. AK-40. Nigga, no, Wack put up the type of AK. I walked away. Y'all dropped my phone when I seen it. Yo.
A rat is a traitor, a conceiver, planner, or physical participator.
Been telling us about his gun for 3 years, bro.
I'm 6-0. Nigga, at what point did you give the 60 gun Wack 100? Nigga, tired of all this. Back by I said I wasn't gonna say nothing. At what point did you get the 60 guns? Because we didn't have events, nigga.
That means someone else was buying the guns for them.
Fair use. Fair use.
Since they were not legally allowed to.
You know, Wack 100 getting the hammers for Big U in the rolling 60s. Big U, you know, somewhere down the line need Eric Holder to go put in his work. He gives him 2 of the hammers that came from Wack. Wack don't know. Wack just know I'm dealing with this nigga.
How the hell Wack know the serial number of the gun? Like 3 years.
Big U wrote it down.
No disrespect to the 2 P's. What happened when your army at Barcelona? Did you give a nigga? Did you get the niggas the guns to do the shit then? Did you give a nigga the guns to go blaze the Lancaster part? Like, what's up, nigga? You playing both sides of the fence?
Wack's so informed of all the goings on within our universe, all the goings on within our, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. How he not in jail? How are you online saying that, yeah, you gave guns to the Rolling 60s and Big U? Big U and, you know, particular members of the Rolling 60s are now facing an indictment. You won't, you know, whoopty bam, admitting to give out the pow pow. How are you not in jail?
Included in the evidence in this case is a string of text messages discussing which guns should be bought.
Welcome to the Sir-ism Show. The show is all
Rolling 60s, most likely because he was tied to Big U at the time. He get the guns, he sold them allegedly. He get the guns, he sold them to the Crips and watch them kill each other.
Are you playing the Keyway side of the fence, nigga? Which one you working, nigga? Nigga, y'all need to check that, nigga. Nigga, he giving Keyway guns, nigga. I'm 6-0, nigga.
Police are looking for 29-year-old Eric Holder of Los Angeles, who has been linked to the fatal shooting that occurred Sunday afternoon in the area of Slauson Avenue and Crenshaw Boulevard.
You giving guns to niggas, right? What's up with the Crips? What generation? What generation?
They know who they is.
So you giving Keyways guns?
Oh, what? Yeah, nigga, what? This whole neighborhood, I didn't get that with. And what? So what that mean?
Knock down your own con?
Asking the question, could Wack 100 be the hammer connect, distributing hammers to the Rolling 60 Crips through Big U?
I'm saying that's weird. What happened? What happened?
My own kind.
Yeah, what happened at the House of Blues?
They was going at their own, my nigga. They was going at their own, my nigga.
And it's not me just making up these thoughts and all that, right? Wack 100 was on a phone call with Hassan Campbell.
Bottom line to it is that nigga sat back and he said out of his own mouth that he supplied guns to the Crips in the West Coast to kill each other. Fuck them niggas.
He said, yo, he gives guns or he sell guns to the Crips. Not the Pyrus, not the Bloods, not the Hoovers. He sell guns to the Crips.
You giving guns to niggas, right?
What generation?
They know who they is.
So you giving Keyways guns?
Oh, well, yeah, nigga, what? This whole neighborhood I didn't go there with. And what? So what that mean?
Knock down your own con?
He sell guns to the Crips.
Come on,
and watch them kill each other. Who's the Crip that he's selling the guns to? Who was he connected to at that time? I said it was Big U. But let's get into this, right? So somebody said, so Wack is part of Nipsey Hussle's murder? I said, nah. If Wack getting the hammers for the 60s, he don't know what 60 is actually getting which and what hammer.
But see, it's getting weird though because he writing down serials
and passing out to the
should send them out. So then when something weird is happening, it's like it's a bonus. I may know where that came from.
Police are looking for 29-year-old Eric Holder of Los Angeles, who has been linked to the fatal shooting that occurred Sunday afternoon in the area of Slauson Avenue and Crenshaw Boulevard.
Check those serious. He brings Loose Cannon on the podcast. I didn't even really know Loose Cannon.
You're saying Eric Holder is going to sit down with the DA.
He's talking about it
and give them some information. In exchange for leniency on his case. Okay, I get what you're saying. Now I don't know if I don't know.
He jumps on No Jumper. He said Big U called him and told him that Nipsey was dead too early.
And he was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, 6-0. I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone.
And Nipsey answered the phone and he asked Nipsey, oh, yeah, you good? Oh, yeah, I'm straight. Oh, all right. And just got off the phone.
And I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got? Or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it.
He didn't even warn him.
It was like, I could have probably stopped it or it had it.
Stop what? What you mean? What you talking about?
Like, he basically just jumped on there and said that he could have saved Nipsey's life.
Basically, Loose Cannon said some stuff that he basically said that Big U knew that Nipsey was going to get killed before Nipsey got killed.
No, because listen, so after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information.
Right.
Now, if me and you go commit a crime,
right,
and I tell anything about that,
right,
then that's snitching.
Right.
You know what I mean?
His evidence for that was claiming that there was a FaceTime call from Big U where he told him that Nipsey got killed before Nipsey got killed, like a half hour beforehand.
30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
Oh, he didn't even warn him, tell him that, oh, Big U called me and said you just got killed. I was like, none of that shit.
And so I'm like,
wait.
No, that nigga is a fucking snitch, bro. Straight dry snitch, bro. Like that fool.
I'm smiling because Loose Cannon's a fucking idiot.
But we have reason to be skeptical about your statements about Big U because you obviously co-signed Loose Cannon telling the story about how Big U basically got Nipsey killed or whatever.
You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answered the phone.
Yeah. You
and
just
30 minutes after you get off the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Trying to snitch on Big U. Like, I ain't even gonna say snitch, but it's dry snitching because you're not talking to the police. You're not making a complete. All dry snitching and dry snitch. All dry snitching just means like you telling, but you're not.
It don't matter once you speaking on these podcasts. Once you speaking on this intro web, you are snitching, self-snitching. We got Uncle IZM up in here. We got all the players up in here. We got the Prophet of Thought up in this thing. What's going on with you? Conscious Moron, Virgil B. Got all the players up in here, man. What's going on with y'all campaign? So we talking about this Nipsey thing. I'm going to open up the panel. Y'all can pull it up if you want to, man. But I'm going to have to speak on this right here. And we can keep going over this. But I got to pull this up, man. I got to show you a broad that's in check, man. We had to come back to it. Well, I got to come back to a woman. Now, we talked about Big U, but we got to go to Brittany Renner, man. We got to go to y'all godfather. Y'all godfather, Kevin Samuels, man. He seemed to got in line when it came to Brittany Renner, man, he didn't want to argue with her. He wasn't arguing with Brittany Renner, man. This is all that I'm saying. Y'all Godfather, when it came to Brittany Renner, man, he seemed to get in Pacquiao. Anytime he was around a cute bitch. Brittany Renner, Nicki Minaj, he called Nicki a 9. He didn't tell her she was trifling. He didn't tell her she was stuck up. Y'all Godfather, Kevin Samuels. He got around them bad broads. What was that one Jessica somebody? The big thick with the chocolate Asian looking thing? He wanted to hit them loins. He didn't say nothing about that broad. Brittany Renner, that little fine little spinner. The elusive red bone. Then he had Nicki Minaj, that medium thick, that all men like, looking like Kendra G that y'all all talk about. Y'all want Kendra G. Y'all want Nicki Minaj, but she don't choose you because you's a nerd, soccer dog.
I want to do this.
Yeah, I'm done.
Stop being so nerdy, nephew. That's why you can't knock a bitch. Game doesn't exist. Then I had a player the other night. Y'all go check him out, man. My nephew, Aqua Dragon. He keeps saying he's a lion. I'm an alpha male. I'm a wolf. Woo! I'm the leader of the pack. I'm a Sigma male. He says he's a lion, but I told him he's lying. Because he can't knock one bitch. It's got to be in you, not on you. See that? In you, not on you, man. So Brittany Renner would run you sucker dockers in the ground.
Yeah, do you know where that is?
No.
I am a gold digging, manipulative, evil.
Hey, y'all still gonna pay.
Who has no real talent. Who
say it again, and y'all still gonna pay. You want her honey, she wants your money. Is bag for the vag.
who has sucked it way to the top and is a overhyped, below average looking girl with clout who is only relevant because of her ass.
Well, damn.
You can't turn her into a housewife.
I've never seen Kevin Samuels without something to say. That's what y'all say. He drags the broads. He drags the strag. KS, y'all Godfather. What y'all say? Protect him at all costs. Salute to that brother. But hey, man, what you gonna do? If you come up to a woman talking about Kevin Samuels' style of living in the 666 model and the fit feminine and all that, man, everybody don't want Brittany Renner. Some brothers like them thickum snacks. Some brothers like them chocolate. Some brothers like them Latina, snow, Asian. It's your preference. But you never can let a woman rule over you. It goes God, man, woman, children. And anytime that order is disturbed, you must whap and tap on somebody's head. Check it out. Kevin Samuels was speechless.
I'm from Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, do you know where that is?
No.
I am a gold digging, manipulative, evil, who has no real talent.
Problem. She's
who
telling you the
has
truth.
sucked it way to the top and is a overhyped, below average looking girl with clout who is only relevant because of her ass.
Well, damn.
You can't turn her into a housewife.
the world you live in, the world you exist in, is pretty much foreign to most of the people who have something to say about it.
Right.
What do you think people get that point of view? I mean, because you said the first thing is that you are a manipulative gold digger.
Yes.
All right. Whose gold have you dug?
My favorite basketball team is whatever NBA player I'm fucking. I love watching basketball. It's just way more interesting when there's someone on the team like that I'm linked to, but I don't really have a favorite one, just players.
And from what I understand, the book, you told stories, you use different names, but all these people are celebrities and musicians and entertainers. Gold digging, what's...
They don't mind paying for the box. You see this light-skinned little tender? You see this little chassis, a little frame on her? She ain't gonna have no problem getting men. Even when she's an older lady. Soccer dockers.
Woo! 5 entertainers. Woo! 8 regular guys. Woo! I've only 3 regular guys since I've been Instagram famous.
There's no supporting evidence. I think it's just public speculation. I like to call them fan theories. Very interesting. Started my Instagram account the summer of 2012. And I just remember saying, people are gonna know my name. People are gonna know who I am. And probably a year after that, probably a year and a half, I did a video with World Star. So when I first started out, I gained probably almost 100,000 plus followers from that video. And
You dudes are not smashers, man. Brittany Renner must be dominated, man. You dudes are too nice, nephew. We had a stream just the other day. You not ready. You don't even know your woman's desires. Is she's an anthem or no?
Thumb in or thumb out?
Always thumb out, for sure.
Always?
Yeah.
Ah.
Always. Yeah.
Thumb in or thumb out?
Thumb in.
Atta girl. Okay, you might be worth the 40K ring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thumb in or thumb out?
Thumb in.
You said that so seriously.
Well, thumb in with consent.
Thumb in or thumb out?
Thumb in.
Thumb in or thumb out?
Sorry, what? Thumb in.
Yeah, you know what you want.
Sure, let's go.
Thumb in or thumb out?
Thumb out. I'll cry.
You're gonna cry?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I like thumb in, but I've gotten good feedback from thumb out.
Thumb in or thumb out?
Out.
But you want a 50K ring.
And no, it doesn't need to come with a thumb in. Next question.
Thumb in or thumb out?
Well, thumb in.
Thumb in?
Yeah. Plug me up.
She says, plug her up. Woo! Woo! We like her over here in the Macosphere. Let me drop this link for you players.
And then probably 2 months after that, I got my first booking. So I used to be a special needs caregiver for adults. So that was my full-time job before I stopped to be a entrepreneur, Instagram model, whatever you'd like to call it.
What would you call it?
Social media influencer.
All right. Let's skip all the way today.
Okay.
If you could do it all over again, would you choose it?
I see nothing about me, the way I am, the way I think, as shameful.
Absolutely.
Why?
Being honest.
Well, we're going to get honest either way.
I would say that there's a lot of privilege that comes with this. You get to skip the line. And once you reach a certain level of status, really the world is your oyster. As far as I've gotten acting roles simply just off my Instagram. Really been able to do different speaking engagements. I've been able to just not have actually have to clock in since 2013. So I would say yes, because
Get that money, Brittany Renner. Slang that thing, baby. God has blessed you with God-given talents. LeBron James, 6'9", 270 pounds, can shoot, dunk, and run. She's 5'1", 120 pounds with a little rump roast and a beautiful face and a slim waist. Use what you got to get what you want out of these soccer dockers.
Because I don't really take direction that well. I feel like here you go. I'm self-aware.
You don't take directions well? Did you hear that, fellas? She said she really doesn't take directions well. Do you believe her? See, this is just what comes out of a woman's mouth. She said, I don't take directions well. Cap. Is that what you believe? That's because you're not a strong enough man for Brittany Renner. Why do I have to be strong? Well, you need to put me in line. Why do I have to put you in line? Why do I have to check you? Are you an animal? Yep. A sexual animal, sexual deviant. You have to dominate her. Check it out.
So I would say yes, because I don't really take direction that well. I feel like
she don't take directions that well. She doesn't take directions that well. Do you believe her? But we got a player up in here now, and she seems to listen to his direction. We got a player up in here now. She seemed to take his direction. Kevin Gates has seemed to have Brittany Renner in Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao. She's changed her whole religion. She's quiet. She's covered. She hasn't said a word. She's quiet, covered, and confident and looking at her man. But y'all always want to listen to Kevin Samuels. Y'all say she must be fit, feminine, and friendly. But I say the triple C's, you must be clean, confident, and charismatic. Kitty boo nitty, man. You got to stay fresh on a bitch. On a batch. She just told you she don't take directions well. Cap. For the man she wants, she will follow your directions. If your woman is not following your directions, you got to let her go, nephew. Don't believe nothing was coming out of her mouth. Look at her actions. Look at her. She looking up at this man like he's a god. She don't take directions well. Cap. See, your work is done at home, nephew. See, your work is done in practice. It's nothing but men in there. She ain't said one thing to one man up in there. This is in Pacquiao. Not out of Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao. You got knocked out. You don't listen to what I say. Am I talking too fast? Or are you listening too slow? You green, goofy guacamole L7. What's wrong with you? She did all that talking about what she ain't gonna do. That's what I ain't gonna do. But she doing it for Kevin Gates. She came in there covered up. She came in there and didn't speak to one man in the whole giant. If they not doing that for you, nephew, you ain't it.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
Yeah, man, you ain't it. You ain't it, man. And we appreciate you being up in here, man. Hit the like button for Uncle Ism. Hit the like button for Uncle Ism. Wait a minute, I got a cash app, man. JT, man. Appreciate the cash app, nephew. JT on the cash app side of the game.
With me, ain't never see me no cash out. Cash out. Cash out. I know we just met daddy, but look at how my ass clout.
Let's go. Let's go, nephew. We appreciate that here in the Macosphere. Most definitely, player. Most definitely, man. Thank you. The Macosphere. See how you said, let's say, go ahead, baby, I'm after you. See what I'm saying? You ain't got to be all mad at women. Did you see DJ Academics? I'm the prize. Did you see Myron Gaines? They're over there foaming at the mouth. Kevin Gates told her, go ahead, baby, I'm after you. That batch is on her best behavior. Watch how he move. I can't get my woman to act right-ism. I can't get my woman because you and your woman ain't hitting on the same frequency. You and your woman is not aligned. You and your woman is not on rhythm and vibration. You're not reverberating together. My woman must change her religion for me, and my religion is IZM. Yeah, baby. Yeah, man. That would change her religion. But y'all some sucker duckers. Talking about you a lion. Please, tame Brittany Renner. All you rest of you goofies was buckling to the knee. Got that back one flats. Brittany Renner, man. Can you control a batch? Nephew, can you control a young batch? We had Aqua Dragon in here the other night. We told him to get him a fluffy snow. Skylar, you need to master the 3s and 4s, player. You ain't ready for the top notch. You in academics, y'all ain't ready for the high yellow, big forehead, elusive red bone. Keisha. I know y'all want a hug from her. Shaq, he wants a Keisha. She not gonna act right. I don't take instructions well for the right man. She came right in there and she didn't say one word. Totally in pocket. Totally. Check it out. So now we got Kevin Gates being in the middle of this chick. You know, he like them light-skinned red bones. What he have? His baby mama, Drika. Then he was Brittany Renner. Then he had the Rennie Rucci. She with a player named Black Zach out that ATL, man. She got a little fleeting rap career. I don't know who Black Zach is. He's some kind of ball over there in that ATL. He got the young broad. But he's causing chaos and confusion in the household. Let's continue. See, when a woman talk to you like that, I'm on my own camera. I'm in my own car. See, that's disrespect. She don't respect you. I don't care what you on. If I said cut it off, cut it off. I'm on my own. Well, you gonna be on your own. Biatch. Let's continue. Is this normal behavior, nephew? I mean, I never really had these kind of relationships where women talk to me like this, but you know, a lot of you guys, y'all have to go for it because you got a pretty broad. I told you, Aqua Dragon, master the 3s and the 4s. You're not ready for this kind of brawl. They come with all kind of headaches. It's like buying an Audi. It's like buying a Land Cruiser, a Land Rover. Excuse me, not the Cruiser. I disrespected the Land Cruiser. That's a Toyota. That's a good brawl. But the Range Rover, Audi, it's going to always be temperamental and blow a head gasket, something wrong with it. It need a part. It need a sensor. These are these highfalutin women. You better believe it. Why do ladies always get to cut down the camera, man, and going live for the internet, man? We got to put our business on the internet. I don't feel that. Ladies, is that just the normal? Am I behind times, family? My young nephews, come on, talk to Uncle Wisdom, man. Talk to me, nephew. I talk back. The bros just talk crazy like that. I can't go for that. No. What's that, Lil Duval? I can't go for that. No, that's really a Hall and Oates. But I be seeing Lil Duval on Instagram, and they be showing some stuff women doing. He be like, man, I can't go for that. You know, on some activities, man. I'm on some type activities, man. I can't go for women talking to me like this, going on live and all that. While we talk, no, this the new wave. No. I ain't going for it, bruh. Fair use. Fair use. I like the way that car sound in the back. Sound like he pushing that V. He pushing that V. Is all this worth all the argument? Nephew, you want that BBL body. You want the look. It's just the hook. The beauty is in the duty. The look, this what you want, nephew, the look. It's just the hook. The beauty is in the duty. Let's continue. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I just never been in that kind of relationship where I'm fuck you hold it. Me and my woman on me and my game, I'm different, man. I don't do all this toxicity. I ain't saying I ain't never argue with a woman. I ain't never said, but if I seen it wasn't gonna work, hey, I had a lady friend not too long ago. I hadn't seen in like 20, 25 summers. She said one time I had got too drunk and I was trying to fight and I was acting the fool and you dropped me off at my grandma's house and you never came back. Now I think I'm playing. And that's what she said. That's what she said. I ain't playing like that, man. I got to let you go. Bad bra. I'm talking about had a rump on her. You understand me? But I had to let her go, man. She wasn't bigger than Uncle Ism. No one's bigger than the Dallas Cowboys, man. You got to get a new quarterback. No one's bigger than the team. As Big U said earlier, no one bigger than the game. Nipsey got too big, man. So this broad has got too big-headed and four-headed. You about to punch me? This how y'all bros talk to y'all? I'm about to punch you. You about to what? Is all this worth this? This little fart box? This little high yellow elusive red bone? Keisha, she worth all of this? You are too soft, nephew. And I don't even want you to talk no more. Just be quiet. Black Zach. Get that broad up out of here, Black Zach. You can't have this broad talking to you. I don't care. It's today. It's over. It's over. You can't be talking to me like this. What? So what are you, the top? You talking to the man? You ready to fight him? You talking about him? You call him out his name? All these tattoos? This is worth getting disrespected as a man? Soccer dawker. You don't got nothing going on. Nowadays is how many subscribers you got. How you look. If she don't look better than me, she don't look better than me. It ain't about the look. She don't look better than me. It's about the hook. The beauty is in the duty, man. Woo, nephew, y'all gonna learn. You ain't got no motion. Right now, she looking a little swole compared to the other picture. I know she's had a baby, so your woman gonna gain a little weight. I give her that, players. But this around here with these women talking to you players like this here, man, that just ain't never been Uncle Ism thing. And I ain't trying to act like I'm so much, but we not the same. I just don't go for that. The broad was talking crazy to me 25 years ago, and I dropped her off at her granny house. She said, you never came back. You was the love of my life. I dropped her off in chilly cold blood.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
I told her I had enough. You're not about to talk to me crazy, man. That's your manhood, your dignity. If you don't listen to me, you won't have any manhood and not a speckle of dignity. You'll be like the hug man.
Good morning, single women. I am single. I am looking for hugs. Not sex, but hugs. If that is you, I would like us to get to know each other and work from there. Okay? I live by myself. I have my own apartment. I just don't have a woman that's going to give me hugs in the morning. Now, if that can be you, let's work on that. Remember, I said this is only hugs. I did not say this is about sex. Okay? I'm looking for a hugging relationship. A person that lives with me, and you never have to pay rent or anything. Your pay will be giving a hug in the morning time. Let's work on that. Okay?
We got young Trav up in here, man. Have you been relegated to giving a woman a hug, man? A hug!
Hell nah, bro.
I had to keep playing that, man, because this woman is beautiful. So I'm gonna bend the knee. I never had a woman this beautiful, Trav. Come on, Trav, you're a wrestler. You're a buff guy. I never had a woman like this. So I have to let her talk to me in this manner and disrespect me on Instagram Live. Come on, Trav. Come on, man.
Man, it's just like, it's so sad when I see how men just can't have self-respect for themselves and just handle their situations with women. I ain't saying that you're always gonna go 100%, but to get to that, I mean, yeah, I'm just happy that I've been around cats like you, man, because I don't gotta deal with stuff like that.
Yeah. You have to have like self-respect first, and then you can further your advancement as a man and talking about you an alpha male and all of this stuff they say they are. Oh my God, these guys. So Trav, we was talking about Big U, okay, and we talking about Brittany Renner. Kevin Gates has seemed to get Brittany Renner in Pacquiao. She's changed her religion. I've had a woman change her religion for me. Did you know that, Trav?
Shoot, it doesn't surprise me knowing you.
IZM LOUNGE.
Yeah.
You got to make your own shit up, Trav.
Yeah,
that's how you got to be.
I mean, honestly, bro, you got to be like a god in their mind in a way. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? They gotta believe in what you spitting. So,
see, you understand what I'm talking about. And so we got Big U and we got Brittany Renner seems to change her whole philosophy for Kevin Gates. What would you like to speak on, brother?
Man, as far as Brittany Renner, I mean, she's gonna do whatever to be relevant. I mean, she doesn't want to be like, you know what, my run is over. Let me just go ahead and get a real career going. She's just like, I'm just gonna try to just do whatever I can to be some type of influencer. So it is what it is. She lost. She ain't no real Muslim. So
you say all that, but this a fine brawl, man. Everybody gonna bow and bend the knee. Look at this bitch.
Like in the words of the wise man Sir Ism, the beauty's in the duty. So
she just told a man she was gonna slap the shit out of him. Did you, bruh?
Look at that tat on her left arm right there. It says it
She
all.
said she was gonna slap the.
How recent was this? You hear me? IZM, you hear me?
Did you hear that, Trav?
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear you
She
now.
said she was gonna slap the mess out of a man.
How recent did she say this?
This is an interview. They're in the middle of talking, and the man say something that she didn't like, and she say, "Yeah, how recent is this? Because I'm gonna slap the mess out of you."
Yeah, I mean, bro, like I don't know, bro. Like as a woman, bro, like I said, I
The
don't think
interview is over. Go
yeah.
ahead.
And like I said, like I'm not a candidate. I'm not somebody that's like you need to be hitting women, but at the same time, it's like women be taking advantage of the fact that you're not supposed to and be trying to press the issue too much. And it's like, don't be surprised if that dude snaps on you at some point. Like, I'm not gonna feel bad for you because you over there poking the bear. You know what I'm saying? They be doing that sometimes. It's like, bro, chill out and know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no reason you need to tell somebody that.
Okay, Trav, let's play a little more. Let's check it out. I know you're gonna get some commentary. Let's go. I think she just feel like these guys are kind of soft. What you think, Trav?
Yeah, I mean, basically, like if her respect or she feels like she has to defend herself either way, that's basically what it is. I mean, if
They kind
somebody
of got bread and they trying to be kind of like black, kind of like some of the Arab brothers I be telling them in the liquor stores and stuff around the Bay. I be like, bro, don't be trusting these sisters. They be like, you don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm young. They got these BMWs right now, Trav. These 5 Series, 3 Series with the M4 with the kits and the turbos. And I'm like, brother, you better not trust no woman, especially one with colored hair. And then one of them finally said, you right. They just want me because of what I got. I said, I've been trying to tell you that. Go ahead, Trav, you got it.
I saw that in person, bro. I was at my partner's wedding, and we went out one of the nights before the wedding. You know, Parliament in Oakland. We were out at Parliament in Oakland, and I just saw all these cats, like African cats or like Hispanic cats and stuff, just putting up peacocking their money and stuff like that. And some of the chicks that we were with, I wasn't trying to holler at them. They were part of the party, but they were like turf and they were just using the cats because of their money. And I'm just like, one of the chicks was like, "Oh, I ain't gonna ask you because I know you ain't gonna give me no money." But she didn't say it disrespectfully. She said it like, "Yeah, I can't play this dude." You know what I'm saying?
I like that word you just brought into the lexicon, turf. Instead of hood, we call them turf, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna use that one. Now she was kind of turf.
Yeah, this turf. You know what I'm saying? From Richmond, it's just
Hey
like,
man,
bruh,
I
just,
know broads with a couple of P's that said, "Hey man, a broad from the Bay kind of turned me on to the game." Broad from Oakland, broad from Richmond. They don't be knowing that these broads be kind of tough, and if you don't show no backbone, they'll run over you. Go ahead.
hell yeah, that's all it is. You have to show backbone, and that, like I said, that chick was like trying to run game on everybody, but then she came to me and was like, "Oh yeah, nah, you ain't got no money for me." It's like, but I didn't look broke. She just knew, like, yeah, I ain't that type. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't run that game on me. Like, it ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? I just don't be getting how cats don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Especially these like NBA players. I'd be like, bruh,
They
like,
been hooping, Trav. That's like you doing your wrestling thing. You got your IG. I seen you on there. You know, salute to you. You've been living your dream because you'll get my age and be like, man, maybe I could have. Boop boop. Yeah, so try it. Keep going. You might end up being a phenomenon or whatever you be. You're gonna be like, man, at least I went for it before you be 40 and 50 and didn't go for it. But
shoot,
they see this right here, this beauty. Trav, that bitch is beautiful, Trav. Come on, man.
I mean, she is, right? Like, I'm not denying that. But I mean, I guess there's other chicks that are beautiful without the headaches. That's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't all that. And it's
Can a
like,
woman become more beautiful by the things that she do for you?
yes.
Go ahead.
If you have the right mindset. Some guys, I think they never get past their primal urges. So they're always going to be a slave to that, right? I mean, shoot, a lot of those stories in the Bible. But with me, I figured it out real quick, especially too, some of the baddest girls, they be whack in the bedroom. And so it's like, just because they,
Say it again. Say it again. They didn't hear you, player. Go ahead.
yeah, some of the most attractive women be the worst in the bedroom. So, you know what I mean? Once you kind of figure that out, it's kind of like, yeah, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think a lot of these dudes they never get over that, or they never have enough experience to see that. You know what I'm saying?
I've been going through with my nephews about the one time they was in love in their 20s and they get in their early 30s, mid 30s, and they can't seem to get over it. And I'm like, bro, you're gonna have to get over that. You gotta move on, nephew. Why is that such a problem? Like their first love, it's like they love so hard that they don't never want to love another woman. And I'll be like, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. You got your heart broke. Okay, nephew, now move on. No, man, I can't let myself get open like that again. And I was hurt. I think that's part of life. Go ahead.
It is, and I ain't gonna judge because I still deal with that at times. You know what I'm saying? But it's just you just gotta choose better. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think you kind of need to go through that to see what it's all about. Everybody gotta have to deal with a little heartbreak, and not just relationships, but anything, because it kind of wakes you up to the realities of life and how you need to move smarter. So, you know what I mean? And the male ego is hella fragile, bro. That's what it is. Women, they'll get their heart broken, all that. They got ego, but they'll kind of accept it, keep going. Men, you do one thing to us one time, we stay hurt forever. So, it's just kind of how it is.
Hey man, I'm glad you opened my eyes to that because I didn't look at it like that.
It is just, we got
I didn't think about it like that. I come from the old school, like Mike Singletary, football coach. He'd be like, just get over it. Now get back out there. You know what I mean? You all right, rub some dirt on it. But I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
Side note, I got a tryout with TNA, who's partnered with WWE next weekend. So just letting you know.
Hey, okay. Let's go. Let's go with the top shotter. The top shotter.
The top shot of the
Welcome to the Sir IZM Show.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw it. I'm a heavyweight champion now.
Uh-oh. So you heavyweight champion of the what belt you got right now?
So I wrestle for a promotion in Nevada, and I'm the Nevada state champion there. So that's like the heavyweight champ. So
not the Intercontinental, the heavyweight champ of the world.
Yeah. So,
A few years ago, you was thinking about it. You was like, man, I used to want to wrestle. I should have wrestled. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now you're doing your wrestling thing, and look where it's got you, nephew. See what I'm saying? To all my other nephews that's out here and gonna hear this in the future, we got a player in here that's living his dreams. Young Trav. Go ahead and tell him, give him a little synopsis, give him a little backstory on how it worked out for you with this wrestling thing. Go ahead, player. You got the flow.
Well, it's just kind of random. Afi got me into this because it was like, they watch wrestling and they were showing me some clips, and it was like, I watched it a lot as a kid. Like my two first dreams was either to be a WWE wrestler or WWF or play for the San Francisco Giants and be a first baseman because Barry Bonds was my first sports hero. So he was just sending me clips, and I'm just gonna be real. I didn't think a lot of it was that great. I was like, this is wrestling today. I was like, I remember how I was a kid, So I just kind of watched it, and I saw the salary some of them were making and all that, and I was just like, bruh, they don't got the presence like I do. So I was just gonna be a manager and not wrestle because I thought I was too old and too small. And then I just kind of found a school because it's easier now with Google and the internet. I mean, you can network with people from your phone. You don't have to. It's not as much like if you don't know someone, you're kind of screwed. So I just basically contacted an ex WWE wrestler and sent some photos and cut a promo for him. And he's like, "Yeah, I think you could do this, but I think you should learn to wrestle. Like, I don't think you're just a manager." So I was like, okay, well, somebody that used to do WWE said I could do this. Shoot, that's different. You know what I mean? I'm not just kind of just shooting in the dark. And then I just went to different schools and just tried out and did my thing. And they saw me throw punches, and they're like, "Man, your punches look like you're killing people in there." And then I was just like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah," and just kind of just took off from there. And then, I mean, I'd been doing the entertainment. I had done working at ESPN, NFL Network, the Niners, so I'd been around the TV game. It's not like I'm new to this, but just took it in another direction. It just kind of fell into my lap, to be honest with you. It's just, it's like you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. So it's just kind of I think it was like Dave Chappelle walked away from his Comedy Central show because he didn't like what was going on. And then 10 years later, he got rewarded for it. I dealt with my BS with the NFL, and I walked away from that. And I think it was just karma. Just 10 years later, it was just an opportunity came, and I saw it, and I was just like, and it's working, bro. Now I got to try out this weekend.
Man, that's all the way live, man. That's all the way live. You understand me? Yeah, man. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I don't know if you've seen my pictures, but I've definitely put on weight. I'm buffer than I used to be. I put on some size because that was one of my concerns. But I got with a bodybuilding coach and and all that. And then what do you call it? And like my thing is, even with the tryout, like I don't see nothing negative coming from it. Because to be real with you, it's like number one, everyone.
There you go, Trav. Look at Trav up there. Look at my nephew up there on them peoples, man, with the belt and everything. There you go, man. There you go.
Because like America's Got Talent and like American Idol, a lot of times like the runners up or the people that don't get picked do better than the people that win. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just need to get yourself on a platform and get exposed. And I think I can get better. We can always get better. You're always improving, but I just think I need a platform. I get the right cosign, it's over. Like I know me, like bruh, yep. Like bruh, if I go see Booker T and I cut my promo for Booker T, it's over.
Yeah,
I've had 3 ex WWE people tell me I can make it.
Yeah, I see you up here, man. You out here doing your thing, man. Go ahead, goddamn Trav. Shit, man. Hey, man, this is all the way live, man. We showing y'all that you can live your dreams now.
I mean, I look the part, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, player, you doing your thing, man. I'm gonna have to come check you out and come to a match or something, man, and be up in there talking crazy and yelling in the background. Oh, Trav, man, living his dreams, nephew. Don't be like Big U. Don't be like Big U. Don't be like Trav, man, and live your dream. Now, how old are you, Trav?
I'm 38.
38. Nephew, I know all y'all want your Charger, You want everything at 18. You want your Hellcat, your Scat Pack. You want everything at 18. It took this man another 20 years to finally get to where he wanted to be the top shotter.
Yeah, and it's like, man, it's like, I worked with Nick Cannon. I didn't like what happened with him. You know what I'm saying? I'll have to get into that, but it was a good learning experience. But at the same time, he can kiss my ass. We'll just keep it at that. Then
Pause, son. Pause.
Yeah, that's that New York stuff. Then worked for the Niners, worked for ESPN, worked for NFL Network, and through all that, I just busted my chops and like learn the game, learn what works, learn what didn't work. Because I didn't really have anybody that was in the game to walk me through it. I had to put some paint where it ain't. Like my nephew made a good comment. He's like, yeah, you had to be the first to discover if there was land over there. I was like, that's a good point. So, once I kind of figured all that out, I sat back and then I was just like, you know what? Then but the difference with this is I finally got support, because you don't make it on your own. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, you have to have your own work ethic, but people have to open doors for you. You have to have opportunities. Anybody that's made it, somebody gave them an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be ready for it. So this was like the first thing in my life where I felt like, where I know I've had support. Like I thought when I started doing this, people were going to be more critical of me. Like, man, why are you doing this at such you're at your older age, trying to be in underwear, doing all this, like. But
you don't look older though, so that's probably why they looked at you and was like, "We might got something right here." Because sometimes it'd be the big buff guy. You'd be like, "Oh, he's got the look," and this, and something happens. Sometimes it'd be like you say, the guy that was kind of middle of the way, but he has certain little it factor, and all of a sudden it kind of connects with people or something. So just keep going, nephew. Go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely got the it factor. That's what it is. I'm not saying that to be cocky. It's just like I wouldn't do this if you have to have the confidence to do this. And it's like I wouldn't be doing it if it's like I'm not trying to
become a character. Kind of, you wrestling. That's part of your thing. I be seeing your little promos. You be like, woo, woo, and woo, baby, and talking all your little stuff. I be like, this boy kind of got something right here. Go ahead, Trav.
Yeah, nah, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, like, to be real with you, it's just a combination of different things. It's us being from up north. There's definitely some sir-ism in my character. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. I know when other people got game recognized game. And I did martial arts for so many years. I've been going to the gym consistently since 2008, 2009. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been putting in the work, and people told me to do this. It wasn't like I was like, oh yeah, like just forced my way in. Like literally people were telling me like, nah, you should do this. Like I said, I was going to be a manager. They said, nah, you need to be a wrestler. So when I heard that, I was like, that was the first time in my life that I had someone tell me, nah, you should do this. Other things, people would try to hold me back. But this was like the first thing I did where people were supporting me. Like, nah, we need to see you do this. So yeah, so basically next weekend I'm flying out to Tennessee to I don't know if you watched wrestling back in the day, like the Rock and Roll Express, like Ricky Morton, but he has a school in Tennessee that's holding the tryout, so I'm going to his school. He's a legend in the game, so I'm excited, man. I know they're gonna like me. Like,
man, I'm excited for you, man. Go there with total confidence, just like that. Nigga, we from the Bay. Nigga, I'm gonna make this happen. It's my destiny. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. So.
You in shape. You ain't got nothing holding you back. You ain't got no kids. You ain't got a nagging brawl. Right now, just concentrate all your time into what you're doing, man. And all the other stuff will come to you, Trav. All that other stuff will come. Right now, you never know. You might be a star. You might be a half a star. You might be the dude that get beat up, but he get paid.
Yeah, it's all about getting paid.
It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? The people that lose to the Harlem Globetrotters, they travel the world. They just keep losing, but they some good basketball players. You go out there and try to play them. You might think you're a chump wrestler, but if you get there far enough, you might get you a good contract and still can make you some money, man. You might don't be The Rock, but you come out with 500,000, 2 million, and parlay that. Go ahead.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You get that money, you get that, and then from there you can put it into other things. I mean, that opens up doors for you. You get in a whole nother tax bracket. You meet a whole another group of people. And then from there, you can invest that, open up your own franchise businesses, do all that. It's just getting that lump sum.
Maybe you open up you a school where you still into it and in shape and train you a guy that might be the next Rock or the next, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whatever it is. I don't think I'll do that. I probably won't do that route, to be honest with you, because I don't have the patience to do that with folks.
Right.
But I'll definitely get that money. But honestly, I'm gonna be real, bro. When I talk on that mic, it's over. Like, I just know how to spit it on there. And it's like the things I do that's just casual, people just feel, bro. Like, honestly, bro, in this climate.
How much of the wrestling is the mic and the character compared to the wrestling? Like, how much
most of it
is the wrestling and how much is the talking shit on the mic? Because I see it's a little bit of both. How much you think the percentages? Go ahead.
I would say, in my opinion, it's like 70 to 80% of it is your character and talking on the mic. Because the top draws in wrestling, like the top draws as far as they draw money.
You said draws. All you niggas be in draws.
Yeah, right. But the guys that draw the most money, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, The Rock, if you look at their movesets in ring, they're very simple. They're not the best in ring. There's guys that are way better than them as far as athleticism
but their character.
But their character and their ability to talk on the mic, they can't connect with the crowd. If you can't connect, all you're doing, your moves and everything is to connect with the crowd. A move is to connect with the crowd. It doesn't matter what the move is. You want to do less is more, because you got to think about it too. They wrestle so many times a year. So you have to save your body. You're taking those bumps. You could say, oh, wrestling's fake. Okay, let me pick you up and body slam you right now. You tell me if that's fake.
Soccer docker.
You know what I'm saying? Let me power bomb you real quick. I've taken a power bomb.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
They're going against Cooper right there.
You can't make this shit up.
You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is.
It just sounded, hey, that sounded wow, son. Power bomb.
Yeah, bro. Hey, take a power bomb, bro. That's the power bomb.
I'm had to drop you down. We can't be saying that in the back.
That's a wrestling move, bro.
I know it is. It just sounds wow. Oh my God. I know they be talking that mess, but these wrestlers be in shape. Y'all definitely all have some kind of background in football, wrestling, martial arts. They think y'all a chump. Now get up in there and see what happened.
Well, I'm gonna be real with you. The current state of pro wrestling is softer. Like it's not as tough as it used to be. But that's kind of everything, though. The NBA is softer. Football's not as much softer, but they've laid the rules to where the game you can't do as much to protect the players.
You can't whap and tap upside somebody's head.
Right. But there's not I don't know. It's like when I see the new batch of a lot of these new wrestlers, it's too safe. You know what I'm saying? There's not as much edge and persona and charisma. You know what I mean? And like, that's what I have. I'm an old school cat. So basically I'm just trying to bring something to the game that's not there right now. And most people that see me wrestle go, bruh, like you're
persona, charisma. Yeah. I think they need to use that when they're trying to knock a match.
Exactly. Put it like this. Pro wrestling is not that cool right now. It's seen as more like a nerdy kind of auxiliary thing. It ain't like the 90s when it was the Attitude Era and Stone Cold and The Rock were at the top. But I'll just say this, bro. I be using my wrestling sayings to seduce the ladies I talk to. So that's how I know this shit work.
It's all good. It's all good. Even though you got a tag team partner, man. What's up with that nigga with them pink stripes on his wrist right here, man? I see y'all both got the belt, but this nigga got pink on his wrist.
All right, look.
When he get in the ring, he be whooping niggas with the
All I can do, like I said, all I can do is control me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All I can do is control me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing, but hey.
And nigga got the magic, the wonder bracelets. What's going on?
Hey, just know I didn't approve that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Tell him to change. He could go fuchsia, magenta, taupe, baby blue, but the pink player. Come on, player. Eric Dennis. He's supposed to be a bodman. You are not a bodman. He's a soccer darker. He's not a bodman.
Hey, like I said, man, I can only control my part. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing my part pretty damn well. You know what I mean? But you see what I'm saying, right? Like I'm not. You're saying that. I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say. I told you wrestling softer. You're seeing it. So you know what I mean? But I'm trying to bring back some of that old school.
You don't look like you want to romp with a bad boy. You don't want to romp. Soccer dog.
Right. So, nah, bro, it's gonna be good. I already know.
It's all good, Trav. It's all good, man. I love to see a player doing this thing. You've been rocking with Uncle Ism since the 20s. Look how we say that now, Trav. The 20s.
Man, and we done seen this. We done see this whole thing change, man. It was tight when we first started doing this, and then you see all these cats exposed, fresh and fit. Now you got these fitness influencers taking steroids and trying to tell people if you do my morning routine, you're gonna look like me lying. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. The same way that soccer darker Steve the Dean. He be over there talking about he got brawls and he know what to do. He's a soccer darker.
Yeah. I'm
tired of him talking because he try to act like I made your channel. I made your thumbnail. And then I paid that nigga, man. For making the thumbnails, man. And then he want to say how you make somebody's channel if they on there talking what they talk. If they're not good, they're not good. You can't make nobody channel, but I'm just saying, man, I don't got time for these guys.
Yeah, he be overly like trying to seem like something he ain't, bro.
Yeah,
That's how
trying to be tough, and he's not tough, man. He gets socked up in his face, and he talking about, I made your channel, I made your thumbnails, and I made you. That's why you don't want to get help, man. Look at this dude,
Steve
man.
the Dean made you?
That's what he said.
Oh, he's tripping, bro. Ain't nobody made Ism. Ism, you got game, bro. You somebody that I listen to that I go, that's a dude. Like I said, we still haven't linked up. I'd be like, this is a dude I'd like to kick it with. Ism the dude, you know what I'm saying? And I saw you were kicking it with the Bay Boys. I was like, oh, Ism's connected. They don't even know. I know. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Ism is connected more than people know.
I know a lot of people, man. I just don't. I don't want to live on their rep. I want to live on my own rep.
Right. That's why I said that, because I already know. I was like, Ism be holding back who he really be around. I could tell because I see it in the pictures. I was like, bro, you over there kicking it with these dudes? I'm like, they don't know. These are factors where we're from. I was like, oh, okay.
This is your boy. They call him STD. He's like a plague. Steve, the married man of a Snow White woman. And he got game?
Right.
He know dating advice? Let's go.
I'm not going to say, and here's the thing. I'm not going to say they don't know anything, but they overdo it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say he don't ever have any points, but they oversell themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's cool, like how you got into it with him. I'm not really cool with RPC. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cool with him because he wants to go to Columbia and act like he's a player because he goes to Columbia. Nah, bro, you're a payer. I don't go to Columbia. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta leave the country to get my my stamps, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
These guys, man.
I just met a girl.
He cussed me out on Rosebud, little shit, man. I had to make a video about him, man. About time to grow up. He on here acting a clown. Then he did this, man. Did you see him on the screen? He had a Chin Johnson telling men to use this.
Yeah, that's crazy. all these internet cats be fake. That's why I stepped away from it. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Ism, you a real cat, you know what I'm saying? But for all that, you got the Fresh and Fits, you know what I'm saying? You got the Steve the Deans, you got all these cats, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I just stay away from it, bro. The real know the real. I don't need to see a follower count to see if you're real or not. I can just tell by what you say.
It's all about follower count, subscriber supremacy, man. This man married an old white broad with 3 kids, stepdaddy, and he try to act like he want to be in competition with me. But I be like, Steve, I don't want to.
Oh, he's a stepdad?
See, that's all. God damn. 3 kids.
He's a stepdad?
Wigger. Carlton Banks ass nigga, man. Why is he even? It ain't even a challenge. It's not even we don't even like Ashanti Samuels is going at it with
Dion, yeah.
Okay, but we all know Dion is better than Asante. But at least Asante can put up his stats.
Yeah, Asante was a good player. Don't get me wrong.
There you go. There you go. Borderline Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he won a couple Super Bowls. Okay. But at least he can put his stats up. Like Steve the Dean can't even put his stats up against.
Yeah.
Steve the Dean, stop.
It's all fake, bruh. That's why I just stepped away from it. Bruh, I had cats who are passport bros trying to tell me that women don't see me as handsome. I was like, what? I was like, are you serious? I was like, number one, why would you even try to check me on that? Number two, you can't be going to Colombia and paying broads out there and say that you're a player. You're
a shanty man. They call them shanty man. You pay the broad, and the broads still have boyfriends that let their broads get fucked on. You're a shanty man. So, pimping and hoeing. Same thing.
Like I said, was it red pill chauvinist or whatever, RPC? Yes, I'm talking about you. That's why I stopped messing with the whole Motu clique. I'm cool with Offie still, but I told him what the deal was. I was like, bruh, you be around some fake cats, bruh. He's a fake cat. I'm not going to be
I had a dude mad at me right now about y'all old clique.
And it's like,
these sucker duckers making videos about me, Trap. I don't got nothing to do. Talking about I stole his style. I stole his whole background, his music. I'm like, bro, I don't know these niggas. He was part of y'all clique. What was y'all, the Mo 3? What was it? The Q? What was
Mo
it?
3, yeah, Mo 2. Master
Mo 2, man. That's what it Mo 2. Whatever that is.
Who said that, bro?
Sucker, man.
There's only one ism. There's only one Sir Ism.
Well, the nigga said I was trying to steal his style. I stole his backgrounds. He was part of y'all Mo 2 clique, man.
Who said that?
Well, I can't get a boy no props, man. Don't even say his name on my shit. He used to be over here cash apping. He used to be messing with Appy. Now he going at everybody trying to attack everybody. Sucker docker.
Yeah. These dudes be fake, man.
He made the logos. You see this Sirism? He made this little commercial right here for me.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
But I was already doing my thing, and I paid him. I paid him like $150 for the logos.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
And I paid for the logos. All the little Sir Ism shit. He didn't do nothing but go on Google and find it. I don't care. I went to his channel. I cash apped him. I paid him money. I cash apped you, sucker ducker.
How you say you fuck with me? I ain't never seen me no cash out. Cash out. Cash out. I know we just met daddy, but look at how my ass clap.
Okay. And it was
I cash app that sucker, man.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what is your problem? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like
he straight cussed me out, man. I messed with 1950. We cool, and then all of a sudden the boy went off on me, man. And I had that video of him telling young men to use a chin penis pump. Man, that's for broads. That's for lesbians. That's when you got a threesome and the broads do that. A man don't put that on his chin.
Nah, Bro, these dudes be going online and overcompensating. They go online and overcompensate. That's crazy.
What is that, man?
Yeah.
Steve the Dean, what is that on your chin, boy? Look, what are you? What the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only reason why I even say anything is because I try to handle my stuff in private, and then when bro was making comments in a group chat, I had to ask him like, "What's up with you always trying to like get at me in this group chat, bro, in front of everybody?"
Over aggressive, like he could fight or something.
Yeah, yeah, and then like
I might have to check that nigga chin.
Yeah, and then I was like, let's talk one-on-one. I was like, let's talk one-on-one outside the group chat. Let's have a one-on-one conversation. He wouldn't give me a one-on-one conversation, even though I bought his book. I'm like, that's not player, bro. Like,
give me that nigga book. I'm gonna burn it.
Yeah.
Bought that nigga's book. Sucker Docker.
Yeah. All this shit be whack, bro. So I just had to walk away from it. Like, it's good.
Yeah, these guys, man. Whew.
Myron Gaines ass cats.
Man, Myron be too upset. Man, these dudes, Myron is an oxymoron. His name need to be Oxymyron.
Right, because
he mad at black people, and then he not black, but then he want to be white, but the white people won't accept him. Him, Donovan Sharp. Anytime you can't say nigga right or motherfucker, we say
right. Yeah. No, because he be trying to like act like go hard on black people. You can't try to go hard on black people, but then at the same time try to act like an American black person. Like that doesn't make sense.
You're walking contradiction.
Right.
Myron.
Your name is Myron.
Oxymoron. He's Myron Oxymoron because he's Myron Moron or Myron the Martian. He's all of them. He mad at black people. What's wrong with him? But you're a black man. You closer to a black man than a white.
Yeah, he ain't black.
He's a sand nigga.
Arabic. I look at him as an Arab.
Yeah, sand nigga. Soccer dog.
But yeah, he'll try to say he'll say the N-word with the A to try to sound
It don't
cool.
even sound right. I don't even like him saying it.
Yeah, but then at the same time he'll say racist stuff. Then I saw he was going into like white guy streams, and then they were trying to get him out and calling him.
They don't even want you there.
They were calling him racist stuff. It's like, bro, like
Oxymoron, Myron.
Yeah, like, bro,
they don't want him.
You're not a white guy, bro. They
You're
don't
not
want
a
you.
white guy. But he is a white guy because he grew up, and they want to be the total opposite of what black guys do. So they try to uphold the law. Yes, he was the law.
He was doing rowing in college.
But he was the law. He was a popo. They want to be everything totally away from Big U and Whack 100. Right. People know where they fit in.
Right.
Donovan Sharp, come on, man. That's cool. Hey, some brothers, y'all more you clicked in with the lacrosse players. Nothing, everybody ain't you, Trav. You was kind of able to float over there and float back over here with the cool dudes and with the square dudes, but you knew, hey, man, I ain't want to be no gangbagger. That ain't my thing. But some of them, they try to be like, okay, I want to be a white boy. But you're not going to fit in with the white boys. You got to kind of find your place within the black community, but still know how to navigate within the white community. But trying to just be all out white boy and you black, no one's going to accept you.
Yeah, they don't got no identity. See, I was raised with an identity. You know what I'm saying? So
Speak on it.
They don't have that. You know what I mean? And you got to be strong minded because I was raised with the Black Wall Street mentality from a young age. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny because even when I would bring up Black Wall Street, like even sometimes other black folks would be like, "No, that ain't real," or "Oh, that's whatever." No, they try to be on that fake street stuff because that's what was cool. I was like, okay, well, I could be in a room of all people thinking I'm whack because I don't want to be a part of that. That's fine. We'll see how you turn out in the next 5 to 10 years. Ain't none of them done nothing. Unemployed, on drugs, trying to go off a little 2 to 3 year cool high school run. It's like, bro,
you be with him too. He act like a white guy, Carlton Banks.
Yeah, he'd be whack, bro. These YouTube cats be on some other shit. That's like, bro, I don't know.
You say he made me, man. He's like, I made your logo. You're a weird dude. I made you, man. What do you want from me? I called in to Lucario and them one day, and then he called me back because you call in.
Mm-hmm.
So the nigga double back and called me. I didn't ask for you to call me, nigga.
Right.
Shit, I don't know you niggas. He
Right.
was like, you need to take it more serious. And whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. But for you new YouTubers, man, you might don't want to accept nobody's help because then they're going to say they made you.
Yeah, they try to act like they do one thing for you. And you paid them. So it's like, okay, you paid them for a service. That doesn't make somebody. You just paid them for a service. So, like, okay, that makes no damn sense. Just because I paid you for a service doesn't mean you made everything. Bro, you don't try to sound like nobody else. Ain't nobody Sir Ism. Nobody says the sayings you say. You're a totally original person, bro. That's just hater shit.
And I'll be willing to work. Oh, and then I forgot. He used to call me and be like, hey, we're going to put you in our crew thing. You know that little thing they do with like 5 of them on every Sunday, Tuesday, or whatever they do?
Right.
He was mad at the other little dude, the Arab guy they had in there at one time, Coach EO or something. He was mad at him and he was like, we're going to put you in the woo, woo, woo. And he acted like he was doing me an honor. And I ain't disrespecting the players. But, I mean, and then he never got back to me or whatever. But he was like, yeah, we're going to kick Coach EO out. And I was saying that you were going to be the next guy we're going to put into the Sunday morning show.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay. But I don't know. Sometimes when you out here on your own on YouTube, you don't know what's a good play and what's a bad play.
Right.
Because you want to grow your channel. But then you do something. Oh, we made him.
Right.
So sometimes it's time to go on your own. But like you going over there to Tennessee, hopefully everything works out. And I want to see you win, man. The hell with these sucker duckers. You done waited for this all your life. Start playing that Phil Collins. Doo-doom, 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 doo-doom. You've been waiting for this your whole life. Go over there and do your thing.
Yeah, bro. I honestly, bro, I get a lot of love, bro. And I'm not even joking, bro, because this is how I know I got it factor. Because, bro, women do not like pro wrestling at all. Pro wrestling is very corny right now, bro. Every woman that sees me doing wrestling thinks I'm tight, and they love the way I talk. So I'm like, bro, if the women like what I'm doing, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's good, bro. And it's like one of the top
personality, man. You got a good personality, and you've been around that kind of field, so you're not getting too overly excited. But you're excited, but you know how to stay in character. Is that a double entendre?
And I already have a successful career, bro. I'm a software developer, so it's like I'm not desperate.
That helps not only in dating women, but just in life. That you're not desperate.
I ain't desperate. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just a matter of time, bro. And trust me, like there's a whole plan I got with this. And if this works out the way I got it, trust me, bro. I'm gonna be doing some podcasts. You gonna be on there with me. Trust me, you gonna be on my panel with me. You definitely one of the cats. I see you. I'm like, if I do some shows, I gotta bring Ism with me on the show. Trust me, I'm dead serious about that.
In time, man. Right now, concentrate on your wrestling. That's supposed to be number one. It's like these rappers that forget about rapping. And they get getting other stuff.
And see that's how don't forget. And that's how I know you real, because you telling me don't even worry about that. Just do you right now. See what I'm saying? Bro, you a good dude, Ism. I already know that. That's why I rock with you. Bro, you got game.
I appreciate that, man. I want to see you. Yeah, just concentrate on your wrestling. The podcast might be a year, 2, 3. Right now, work on your character, work on you, and try to get as far as you can get with that. You might end up being a good wrestler. You might end up being Bobby Heenan. You might make it as the manager that you want it to be. But you got up and around them people. You know how to politic. You know how to talk to people. You know how to carry yourself. You black, but you're not so black where they feel afraid of you and intimidated, but you know how to let them know I ain't with no bullshit. So it's a fine line that you got to walk when you're trying to walk in these certain doors, man. People just got to be real with themselves. So you have it, man. That's why God has aligned you there, and make it happen, man. Take this shit far as you can go. And when we talk 2, 3, 4 years from now, we're going to laugh on this and be like, look at Trav. He was out there wrestling. Now he Bobby the Brain Heenan. Now you a manager. Now you done made a career. Now you got investments. You know what I mean? Now you got a family. You done met your wife traveling the world and doing this wrestling, bring wrestling back to the forefront. Everything goes up and down. Life has highs and lows. Wrestling gonna come back around, man.
Oh, dude, trust me, I'm excited, bro. I feel so good about this weekend because I've already had like wrestling, like I said, I've already done some matches around WWE cats, and they be like, yeah, like I've not had one cat that was a former WWE person that told me I couldn't make it. All of them, 3 or 4 of them. Yep, I think you can make it. So
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. I'm riding with you, man. Tap in on my IG every now and then. I pull up on your IG, but I know you're gonna be gone, so I'm gonna keep a eye out on your IG and be seeing what's going on, man. Post some stories and post what's going on, man. And we'll tap in the Macclesfield, man. We'll do a little live, and we got the members right now. We got the super chat. We got that bag check. And then we got the Cash App. We had JT hit the Cash App earlier. We appreciate that. We got Trav up in here, man, the top shotter, tag team champion of the world, man. He's going to Tennessee, man. See if he can make it WWE, WWF, WW Worldwide, wrecking your broad mind frame. And he going to wreck a couple of you sucker duckers on the mat, in the ring, man. Top rope, sucker duck. Jimmy Superfly Sucker. Junkyard Dog on you. The Iron Sheik. Stop playing games. I go old school on you niggas. You don't know nothing about this here. NWO.
Yeah, sir.
And we definitely appreciate y'all, man. And don't you ever give up on life, man. What's wrong with you?
Never
You
that.
keep pushing to the day you out of here, man. Till they turn the lights off on this small planet. My pop's about to be 84. And we about to celebrate 84 years, man. Now let's keep this game going forever. In the Macclesfield with young Trav, the top shotter, Uncle Ism with the wisdom. You dig?
Just to hit a max tone.